Let's bring in Dr. Jide Johnson, who's a public affairs analyst and also a lecturer. Dr. Johnson, between 1999 and 2018, Asuu has gone on strike for a period of not less than 40 months. That's 3 years plus. And you know how the story goes. It begins with a warning strike. A warning strike becomes an indefinite strike, and then an MOU is signed. When that MOU is not honored, we begin the cycle all over again. Do you think that industrial action has the capacity to solve this impasse, seeing the drama that has played out for over 2 decades now?
Well, it's even, infamy is even beyond 2 decades. If you add while we were in school, a majority of the actors and players in Asuu today were our colleagues that were complaining when we were students for Asuu going on strike. And today, they become part and parcel of the system they criticized. As far as I'm concerned, this will be a recurrent feature if we don't address the problem once and for all. I think there's no need for us to have a unified salary system. There's no need for us to have a unified salary structure for the university system. And there's no basis for government in funding university system. The university system should be self-sustaining. And what university system should be able to draw from government should be grants and from other private and commercial organizations. And I think that's the path we need to go. If you look all over the world, you will see that our own case is a peculiar case. Peculiar case in the sense that it's only in Nigeria that you see university lecturers going on strike regularly. It's only in Nigeria that you see medical doctors going on strike regularly. And it is because we have unitarized rather than federalized. We have unitarized our system of running our educational services, of running our health sector. And I've argued this over time, and my view is consistent. Why should a professor in Unilag earn the same thing with another professor in Maiduguri? The cost of living is different. The standard of living is different. The revenue generation they will get is different. So let each university run its own system. That autonomy, if they are crying for, now the ASU cannot be crying for autonomy on one hand and also be calling for government, increase in government funding on the other hand. And I think the best way for us to solve this problem, because we should look for solution once and for all, is for government to take off its hand from the management of tertiary institutions and let this institution be self-sustaining. If you can't run the university to raise revenue, to generate revenue, to run the university, how would you train students? How would you train students that will run the economy? How will you train? For example, student leaves medical school, they leave teaching hospital to establish their own hospital, and their hospital is thriving. And then you now have the university system that trained them cannot build an hospital system that will be self-sustaining. You have engineering department, you train students in engineering, and these students will leave the university system, they will run their own private business, they will generate billions of return on investment, billions turnover as individuals. Then you now have university system that train them cannot even raise 100 million. I'm not too sure the engineering department of Unilag is able to bring in 500 million to Unilag. I'm not too sure the medical school in Unilag has been able to bring in 1 billion or 2 billion to Unilag. So we should run this system, because the solution is what we look for. I lost 18 months as a result of ASU strike and strike on political issue as a result of annulment of June 12. That's almost one and a half. That's almost 2 years academic year, because academic year is 9 months. Now you have spoken about 40 months. If you divide 40 months by 9 months, you are talking close to about 4.5 years that has been lost in terms of strike in producing the necessary manpower for us to develop our economy.
Dr. Johnson, it's a very unconventional approach that you're suggesting here. Do you agree it's a long-term one? And who has that responsibility to give ivory towers the kind of independence you're talking about?
It's the government. Government should not be interested in appointing vice chancellors. Now, in other climes, rather than the school being run by vice chancellors, the schools are run by president. The presidents are just like blue chip companies. Recruit their CEO. That's how presidents are charged with responsibility of raising revenue for their institution. But here you have political appointees as vice chancellors, and the vice chancellors don't even think as CEOs. How do you employ somebody to head your company if the person cannot contribute to your bottom line? If the person is waiting for federal allocation or state allocation on the running of his enterprise? You see, the reason why private enterprise succeed more than public enterprise is because you have to make money for you to survive. However, in public enterprise, you don't need to make money. Just be there. You wait for government subvention.
Dr. Johnson,
it is a responsibility.
We have to leave it there and perhaps pick it up some other time. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us. Dr. Jide Johnson is
my pleasure. Thank you,
a lecturer. Good to hear.